Hello and welcome to round 2 of the British mini bikes here at sunny Teeside. I'm Sophie McGinn and let's take a look at some of today's action.
We're here for round 2 at the Teeside Autodrome, where all the competitors are eager to get underway, with titles to defend and new riders eager to rise to the challenge to become British champions. It looks set to be an explosive season. Right, here we go. Bambinos are going to be the first class up. 10-inch wheels and up to top speed of 50 miles an hour for these guys. 50cc semi-automatic 4-stroke machines. I'm Paul Minihane and you're joined here with Alan Lord. Using the smaller circuit for the smaller machines on this one. We'll see the bigger bikes going over the far side of the circuit. Looks like number 7, Casey O'Gorman, getting the early lead. And I can tell you in race 1 it was Casey O'Gorman from 34, Corey Stainer. And then 222, Harvey Lathrop in 3rd in race 1. So we're joining the action now for race 2. Casey O'Gorman, your early race leader. Looks like Maximus Hardy is battling away there at the back of the pack there. So Alan, we spoke about this, that this is a new class for this year, the Bambinos. Just tell us a little bit about it, because I know it's a bit of your baby this year.
Yeah, this is new for the year. Little 90cc semi-automatic bikes for the 6 to 10-year-olds. As you can see, they've mastered the gearbox quite well, and they're really showing their worth. I mean, look at the way some of these lads get this right over. I mean, if you look in a minute, look at that. I mean, they're really getting the angles sorted out. Lovely overhead view as well.
Certainly are. And I'm just watching Casey going through that. They carry a lot of speed as well, these young little bike riders.
Yeah, as you can see, they're really getting to grips with them, aren't they? Look at that.
Certainly are. Well, Casey O'Gorman, your race leader, looking for Corey Stainer, I believe, in 2nd position at the moment. Harvey Lathrop should also be up there as well. Ryan Frost is out there. Jimmy Parker, Rossi Brown, and Maximus Hardy. So bringing up the rear at the moment as we watch our race leader, Casey O'Gorman, just going through the... It's just going underneath our camera actually at a good pace. I think that's Casey's just going through there. And this circuit as well, this is probably the biggest on the tour as well, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, the big bikes, the big gearbox bikes use the full circuit. I think it's 2.5 kilometres, which we'll see later on in the show. For the Bambinos, purely because of the fact that they are quite young lads, we've restricted this to the smaller track that we normally use just the Minimotos on.
There we go, Casey O'Gorman just coming through, takes the checkers, and Corey Stainer taking 2nd, Harvey Lathrop taking 3rd.
Joining me now is Sam Jones, who's currently racing in the Junior Gearbox Series. Sam, tell me what's been happening this morning and going in qualifying.
Well, in the qualifying, my rear set fell off, so I only got 1 lap in. But lucky enough, that was quite a fast lap, so I got a good place on the qualifying grid.
So how have you found, obviously, the difference from the rainy Wilton to today?
Well, it's a lot better, because in the last Wilton I crashed and hurt my wrist.
Well, a little chat there from Sam Jones. That indicates we're going to be looking at the Junior Gearbox. We've got a couple of classes out there in this one. We've got the GP70s, GP50s and the Gearbox 140s, which is the traditional looking pit bikes on board there with Ab Thomas as we pull away from the start. I can tell you in race 1 it was Will Lathrop taking the win from Abs Thomas. Metric at GP50s it was Jake Hopper, and in GP70s it was Franco Bourne from Tom Alexander. Nathan Drury just looking back behind him as the rest of the field chasing after him. Now I say it every week, this is real proper look like road racing bikes, and it's one of my favourite classes, and certainly starting to be one of the ones that are really starting to grow as well, Adam.
Yeah, this is turning out to be one of the popular ones, popular with viewers, and people are asking inquiries of how to get into the sport. Look at them coming down that back straight. That's brilliant, watching those young kids doing that. I mean, there's a junior, whoa, nice onboard shot there from Nathan Jury. I like that, that was good. Yeah, I mean, for juniors trying to get into the sport, into motorsport, into bikes, it couldn't be a better way. It's cheap, cost effective, and as you can see, very, very competitive.
Some close racing there as Abs Thomas there just trying to look around, find a way through. Well, our race leader over the far side of the circuit, sweeping around that corner. And say these are going to be using the full circuit on this one as well. So our first view of the full circuit over the far side. Making it look very stylish at the moment, no problem at all. But also interesting to note that it's the Metric GP70s at the front of the field at the moment. Oh, Abs Thomas just dicing away there, just can't seem to make that pass stick there at the moment.
No, well, she just got by now. That's a good manoeuvre. Good manoeuvre, well done, Abs. Yeah, the GP70s, 70cc's do have a little bit of an advantage over the 140s, being a 70cc two-stroke. They've got that little bit more, grunt in the power band, so they do have a little bit of advantage, but obviously they score separate points. But the 140s are really holding their own.
Certainly are, but at the moment we're looking at Franco Bourne going through, Charlie Farrier and Tom Alexander snapping at his heels, the two orange bikes just going through there. Back on board with Abs Thomas. Well, she's got a clear track at the moment. She's working hard at the moment. Down in about third position in a minute, she'll have Sam Jones and Will Lathrop in front of them in the junior gearbox 140 class. And you can see incredible straight along there as well, that aerial shot, really giving an example of the size of the circuit here. And I think this might be Charlie Farrier coming through to his 102, and Tom Alexander right behind him as well. And we've also got Nathan Drew, who should be somewhere there. Look for his blue leathers. He's in amongst that pack as well in the GP70 class. We just had the on-board footage with him as Franco Bourne sweeping his way over the far side of the circuit. Should be coming through to the finish area very shortly. I can't see it being any change at the minute. That battle between Charlie Farrier and Tom Alexander very tight for second and third as we watch Franco Bourne come through. Is it going to be checker flag this time as they come through? Very tight, that battle there. Second, third. There's Nathan Drew who's just coming through. Well, he looks like he's just been a lap there. Franco Bourne coming through. Showing some brief highlights here. Franco Bourne coming through. Number 21, and it is checkers. So Nathan Drew will be fourth in that class. So Franco Bourne will take the win. Charlie Farrier will take second. Tom Alexander in the GP70s. In the GP50, Jay Copper on his own there. And the next class we're going to be looking at the junior gearbox 140. So Will Lathrop taking the win from Sam Jones and Abs Thomas in third.
So now we're going to join the fast boys and girls of the junior gearbox 4.2. So just going to grab a quick word with a few of them. Guys, tell me how your qualifying went this morning.
Rubbish.
What did you do? Where did you finish?
Last.
Oh, do you think you're going to get faster in the race though?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine. Right, moving on. Further down the grid. Now tell me how you got on this morning.
Fine, and it's a bit bumpy.
It is a little bit bumpy, isn't it? Do you think you're going to do all right in the race?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there's been a few girl riders in there today. So we've got Chloe over here. We'll grab her later on. And my little friend Jimmy. How's it been going?
Good.
Now, how have you got on in the race?
Good.
You think you're going to go all right in the race? So what about qualifying this morning then? How did you find the track?
My transponder broke. It didn't work. So I come last and I've had to start the race at the back of the grid.
Oh, I'm sure you'll pull through from that, won't you?
Yeah.
So joining me now is one of our many girl racers in the sport, Chloe Jones. Chloe, tell me what's been happening at this round of the series.
It's my first time at this track and it's gone well so far. In qualifying I came first.
So you put it on pole today then?
Yeah.
So a little chat there with our riders for the Junior 4.2s, 40cc two-stroke machines, Italian MiniMoto engines, maximum 6.5-inch wheels, and away they go. And good clean break there as they all go down. A good grid on this one as well, actually.
Yeah, it's a good grid. I mean, we've got the heavies, the lights, and the novices all grouped together, but it makes big grid with close racing.
I tell you, in the expert lights, it was Casey Gorman from Sandy Horn taking the win in race 1. Josh Hyatt there just giving us some good on-board footage there. In the expert heavies, it was Aidan Davey and Ross Maguire taking first and second. And in the novice class, it was Chloe Jones and 39 Jimmy Parker taking first and second. As we now catch up with the action for race 2. On board with Chloe Jones that we just did a little interview with. Getting some great rear shots from the onboard camera there. But there's your race leader, Casey O'Gorman, just going through. Well, we saw him take a win in the Bambino class earlier as well. So having a good weekend here this weekend. Big pack coming through again. Nathan Drew is probably the biggest rider out there in this class, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is one of the reasons why we introduced the weight split, because it wasn't fair on people, some of the groups anyhow. But yeah, I think Nathan's on that cusp now that he's really got to be looking towards the seniors.
Certainly, as we're back reviewing Casey O'Gorman over far side. Again, using a smaller circuit for these riders. Working their way through that S section there. The race leader, no problem at all. There's the rest of the pack coming through. should be looking for Sandy Horn out there, Owen Mellor, Corey Stainer, who also we saw in the Bambino class, in the 4.2 expert, Elliot Pinson, Aidan Davey, Josh Hyatt. He's back on board with Chloe Jones there. Just showing really a good sense of speed that for 40cc that these little bikes are churning out.
Yeah, but I don't think people appreciate how fast these little bikes are and how hard they are to ride. I mean, little Casey's there making it look easy. Well, to be fair, so are the rest of them. There's a lot of talent out there, a lot of up-and-coming talent. But when you get some of these onboards facing forward, you see how really fast these things are.
And Chloe Jones that we've got the onboard on as well at the moment. She's leading the novice class out there. Troy Jeffrey behind her and Leo Peacock there. With our race leader for the expert lights, Casey O'Gorman. I think he's carrying a lot of speed through there. Very impressive as he went through that section. Powering his way through, looking way ahead of himself. Back on board, Chloe Jones. Just not so sure who we got right behind her there. Just trying to read the number. But I think it's going to be, is it Dylan Miller? 31 there, just going through. Over the far side of the circuit. Casey O'Gorman, no problem at all for him. Coming towards the closing stages of this one as well. I can't see there being any changes on the race leaderboard at the minute, the way they're kind of settled out. There's Casey working his way through towards the finish area. So number 7, Casey O'Gorman. Sandy Horn should be second position. Is it going to be Checkers? Here they go. Going through. As he crosses the line, number 7, Casey O'Gorman will take the win in the expert lights. Sandy Horn will take second. Owen Mellor will take third. In the expert heavies, it's Elliot Pinson taking the win from Aidan Davey. In the novice class, it was Chloe Jones taking the win from Troy Jeffrey and Leo Peacock in third. Welcome back to British Mini Bikes. The next race up is going to be Honda CRF150. These are typical motocross machines, and Pit Bike Open. These are up to 200cc allowed in this one. And away they go. And that's number 79, Storm Stacey, getting a good drive off the grid there. And they're using the full circuit here. Max Williamson, number 11, in second position. In the first of our pit bikes, Oliver Pope. Now you'll see a different style. You can see Oliver Pope putting his leg out there because he's from the traditional big bike supermoto, so they don't really ride with the road race style. No, as you can see, he'll put his foot out, like as you can just see through there, where everybody else is hanging their knee out. Doesn't seem to do him any harm, does it? It certainly doesn't, because he took a cracking win at the opening round at Wilton Mill. Storm Stacey there. Now Storm Stacey as well, he's going to be riding in the Spanish Junior Road Racing Championships this year, so big future ahead for 79 Storm Stacey. There he goes, Matt Wilkinson in second position. Aaron Parker will be a little bit further back because Oliver Pope's separating them at the moment in the it just looks like almost going off for a bit of a motocross jump there off the curb there, Storm Stacey. So Storm just sweeping around. Also Ben Lord, number 48, is in second position in the Pit Bike Open class. Connor Bolsover at 118 in third. Scott Larkin, Jordan Concannon out there, and Ben Johnson. Aaron Brown also out there as well. As we watch 79, your race leader for the CRF 150s, and Oliver Pope snapping at the heels there. Matt Wilkinson really pushing him hard, and a great aerial shot there as they go over the far side of the circuit. And you can see Wilkinson trying everything he can. That's a cracking battle there with Oliver Pope and Wilkinson. And again, you can just see Oliver Pope just trying to squeeze his way up through the inside. So certainly showing that the pit bikes can certainly run with a full-blown Honda CRF 150. Yeah, well, that pit bike that Oliver Pope's on, the YCF, is a tuned, I think it's a 200cc or 190cc Daytona engine. Now, I might be wrong on that, but it's definitely a tuned pit bike engine. As you can see, it's taking it to the CRF 150, guys. It shows you how powerful that engine is. It certainly is, and probably half the price as well as a Honda CRF 150. Because that was, we'll be seeing more of the pit bike classes in a minute, the stock classes and everything. It's such an affordable way to go racing. Oh god, yeah. I mean, in the stock pit bike classes, you're looking at 1,200 quid for a bike, and it's a full spec bike. It's capable of winning, and you can go racing for only 2,000 for the year. You've got 10 rounds. What else can you do at that sort of price, televised as a national event? It's good, cost-effective racing, isn't it? You tell me, love doctor. 79 Storm Stacey comes round. Alan, get off my leg. Matt Wilkinson coming through in second. Oliver Pope third there, leading the Pit Bike Open class. So 79 Storm Stacey just past the paddock area. Wilkinson and Oliver Pope. Cracking battle A's. It looks like Wilkinson just starting to get a little bit ahead of him now. Oliver Pope late on the brakes going into that corner. Of course, Oliver Pope, very experienced rider. He's had a British and international supermoto career on the larger bikes, full-size bikes. Wilkinson coming down there. Really do carry some speed into this part of the circuit when they come back through into us. And you can just, the camera there, you're almost having trouble, but it gives you a good sense of speed actually as they go down through that bit.
Yeah, I mean, these tuned bikes and the CRF150s, they're really hammering down that back straight. It's a long straight coming into those little flip-flops, and you've got to have nerves of steel going into those flip-flops. Do you want to hold it with?
It has 79 Storm Station there coming through. We are coming towards the closing stage of this one as well. Nobody really close to challenge Storm. Really riding in a fantastic race. There's Wilkinson in second. Couldn't see Oliver Pope there, so Oliver Pope dropping back slightly. So Storm Stacey going through. No sign of the checkered flag that time around as they go through. Past the paddock they go again. Down over the far side. Really carrying some speed down there. Great shot there from our aerial camera there as they go down there. And it just gives you a great sense of the circuit here at Teeside. There's Wilkinson and almost the back end just skidding slightly there from Oliver Pope. But Storm Stacey coming through, standing on the pegs. He knows he's took the win, so Storm Stacey in the CRF150s will take the win. Matt Wilkinson will take second. Aaron Parker will take third. Let's have a look at the Pit Bike Open class. And it is a win for Oliver Pope, number 41. Ben Lord will take second. Connor Bolsover will take third. So the next up is going to be Pit Bike Veterans up to 200cc 4-stroke engines and 80cc 2-stroke engines allowed in this 12-inch wheels. And away they go. This is for the more senior riders out there. And we also, it looks like it's going to be Barry Prue leading the charge there. Ian Norman in second position, using the full circuit. But I actually think this is one of the most competitive classes because there's a lot of experience. Oh, one rider going. Yeah. His moment of glory caught on camera there. But, sweeping through over the far side. Got some great angles of just how far this circuit is, and then onto this huge straight down back into the main area. Well, Barry Prue looks like he's under pressure, and there you go. That's Ian Norman just going straight through there. So some great onboard footage there, and it just gives you a sense of the speed as they're going through there. But and Barry Prue again trying to come down through on the inside, and some great shots there. And Ian Norman just holding the better line there. Barry Prue definitely trying to look everywhere he can to try and find a way through. So some great action. And I always say this one probably delivers the best racing so far this year.
Yeah, well, certainly some of the best racing. I mean, these are lads that you really should know a little bit better, but as you can see, they still get at it. I mean, look at this. Barry's all over him, isn't he? Look at that. That's brilliant. Brilliant.
And you can Ian Norman's knee right down onto the tarmac there as they go, and you can see that from that shot there as well. Barry Prue trying everything, just trying a different line. Then we've got the next rider through, 161 Mark Evans in third going through. Gary Lightning McQueen, Howard Taylor, Richard Rice, Stan Gill there. There's that battle again. Look at them going down towards that straight. Barry Prue down on the outside now. Don't think it is true. He's pushing really hard. Great with this onboard footage here. Ian Norman and Barry Prue down towards us again, the rest of the field. So those two sort of pulling away slightly there from 161. Mark Evans there in third position. And Gary Lightning McQueen, and as I say, also battling the way. Craig Bint there as well. And the field just trying to stretch out and almost breaking into their own little groups there. As again, Ian Norman coming towards us. Barry Prue really tucking down behind those handlebars, carrying a lot of speed into there, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, I've not actually clocked them down there, but they've got to be border on about 80 mile an hour coming down that back straight.
Very impressive for these guys here as they come through. And again, Barry Prue, just trying to show the front wheel through on the inside. Ian Norman really guarding the lines there. 161, Mark Evans up there, still there in third position, trying to keep that battle.
Barry Prue's race name is the Sloth, but I think we're going to have to call him the Tiger after this, don't you?
Certainly is. He's riding like a man possessed at the moment, trying everything he can. Is there some rival between him and Ian Norman or something?
Not that I'm aware of, but there probably is after this.
Well, I say Barry Prue, we're on board with him again. So as we look at the rear end of the machine of Ian Norman. Oh, and Barry Prue hard on the brakes there. He's really pushing hard. And again, just to go past the paddock area, trying to find a way. Ian Norman's really guarding his lines there. Over that big sweeper down over the far side. Mark Evans, still there in 3rd position. I've got a feeling that's Gary McQueen still there in 4th position. Craig Bint, Richard Rice, Paul Orson-Ward there as well. Howard Taylor, Scott Dunn. There seems to be any changes in the battles going there.
I think this is a good advert for the fact that if you're 40 plus, and bear in mind some of these are 60 plus, your racing days aren't over. You know, for £2,000 including buying it. Oh, look at that! Go on, Baz, give it to him. Give it to him, Baz. Oh, Mark's right on his back tail end now as well. This is going to get very, very interesting. But as I was going to say, if you think your racing days are over, think again. Come along, have a play. It's good fun.
It certainly is, because this is great action, and as you say as well, Mark Evans 161 is starting to get in on that battle as well now. So this could go right to the wire on this one. Back on board with Barry Pruitt here, Norman in front. And there's Evans again, and Evans is almost looking. Oh, that could have been interesting. Oh, and Evans as well. Look at Evans joining the fray now, just getting ahead of Barry Pruitt, but then Barry Pruitt coming back at him.
I think we're going to call him Barry Basher Pruitt after this.
It's almost like stock car racing. As Norman coming through, Pruitt there in 2nd, Jane trying to have a look right across the rumble strip there. So right there, Evans as well joining the fray. Evans trying to go down on the inside of Barry Pruitt. Is he going to make the pass stick this time? Oh, Pruitt just slamming the door in his face as he goes. And Gary Lightning McQueen's got a grandstand view of this battle in front of him.
I think Gary might pick up some win here if he's careful.
Because you imagine if all 3 of them go down, because it's that close at the moment. The rest of the field going through. But here they come. Here Norman just looking over his shoulder, and look at Barry Pruitt riding like a man possessed, really crouching down behind those handlebars. Evans there in 3rd position, McQueen a little bit further back in 4th.
Yeah, this is just a bit of fun. Yeah, they don't take it serious, do they at all?
They certainly don't. Look at them, tooth and nail. Oh, and Barry Pruitt again trying to go through on the inside. But here Norman holding that better line there. And over the rumble strips they go. Well, I say Evans is snapping it. Oh, Evans has just dropped back a little bit this time as they sweep round that corner. Barry Pruitt trying to go around the outside. He may have left the door open there because Evans has come round, sweeping around the outside. It looks like he may have left it a little bit too wide. Evans is trying to capitalise on it there. So Barry Pruitt trying everything he can. He's coming towards the closing stage. Looks like there's going to be another lap. Evans is really pushing on Barry Pruitt. Then he had dropped back a little bit, but he kind of left the door open, and look at the line that Barry's taking.
What track's he riding on? It's not the same as everybody else, is it?
Almost grass tracking there. He's going to be on the actual grass part of the circuit there. But, so Barry Pruitt still there in 2nd place, trying everything he can. Looks like McQueen there also trying to close slightly. You just see him go through on our static camera there on that part of the circuit. Rest of the field coming down towards us. A couple of the riders a bit further back there having their own little personal battle. So it just shows you the speed that these guys are carrying, because they're pulling right away from the rest of the field. Norman's still there. Pruitt in 2nd. Evans in 3rd. McQueen in 4th position. Here we go. This is where McQueen has been quite... Evans has been quite fast through this bit as well. And also Pruitt always tried to top through on the inside there. And we are going to come to the closing stage of this one. Is this one going to go to the wire on this one? But, so over the far side they go. Ian Norman, Mark Evans trying to push really close. There's a back marker in front of him. Evans has got it as they came through, and it's very, very close at the line. I'm not even sure. We're going to have to wait for the official results for that one. But I think Evans got it right. So Ian Norman, the official results. Mark Evans took 2nd. Barry Pruitt right on the last corner. What a nail biter that was.
Brilliant, wasn't it? That was pretty brilliant.
Well, welcome back, viewers. We're now going to continue our action here at British Mini Bikes with the MiniMoto Senior Air Cord, and this is going to be adults are going to be riding the very small machines. Away they go. And this is race 2 at highlights for them. I can tell you in race Will Howarth there to the early lead here. Adam Stainer were on board with. I can tell you in race 1 it was Will Howarth taking the win from Adrian Arnold in 2nd, and Adam Stainer that we just got the onboard footage with. And it is Howarth again. Arnold just looking back there, so that's Stainer going to be behind him there. So some great onboard footage there, and considering these are adult footage, really are getting some power down on these ones.
Yeah, some of this onboard footage, you'll see exactly how fast some of these bikes are, especially around that long right hand side corner. If we get a shot later on in the race, we'll see how quick they are.
Howarth that is leading the charge at the moment from Adrian Arnold, Adam Stainer there in third position. Looking also out for Adam Hartgrove, Rob Petit, John Petit out there, Nick Bennett, Graham Roberts, Scott Jewett. And there's some of the onboard footage, and these guys are just coming through. This is the finish area, really tucking down and really carrying a lot of momentum as they go through there. So the rest of the field going through. So Adam Stainer, we're back on board. You can just see Adrian Arnold and Howarth just pulling away slightly there. And Will Howarth really is carrying a lot of speed through that section there.
It's worth noting as well that Will Howarth is riding in the light category because he's below 85 kilograms, and Adi Arnold is riding in the heavies because he's over 85 kilograms. As you can see, that there's still tooth and nail, aren't they?
Certainly are. There's nothing much between them there as they just sweep round that big corner over the far side, and Adrian Arnold just pushing it really close onto his rear wheel. In fact, Adrian actually carrying a lot of momentum through there. You can see him right onto the rear wheel of Howarth there.
Yeah, he's making it all up on the corner speed, isn't he?
So this could go right down to the wire on this one, so we're certainly looking for some drama on this one as the rest of the field come storming through there. You've got Adam Hartgrove, Rob and John Petit, then Nick Bitt. Oh, hello. There's that rider just pulling over to the side of the circuit. Adam Stainer just back on board there. You can see our leading duo just ahead of him there. And there you go. Adrian Arnold trying to get through on the inside, but holding the better line. As I say, because of the heavy rider, he's going to have a look down on the inside. Very close indeed. Just guiding that line. Just you see him bouncing up off that rumble strip there. But Adrian Arnold is pushing Howarth all the way on this one. Sweeping over the far side of the circuit. Adam Stainer a bit further back in third position. Hartgrove in fourth. John and Nick and Rob Petit a little bit further back. And Adrian Arnold is pushing him very, very tightly indeed. Looks like he's gone through on the inside. Some great onboard footage there as they make the move, but Howarth back through again. So absolutely tooth and nail, these two through the checkered area. And no sign of that checkered flag at the moment. We are coming towards the closing stages. And of course, these riders riding on the shortened circuits as well. But Adrian Arnold just can't seem to make that past. Oh, Howarth just having a little look down there. That's not going to be problems as Adrian Arnold again pushing through on the inside. Howarth just blocking him there as he goes through. And again, Howarth looking down. Will Howarth looking down. Adrian Arnold goes through. And you can see off the back of Adrian Arnold there, Howarth almost trying to push the bike, push down on the bike. Some bike problems there for sure there because Adrian Arnold, Will Howarth, he's in all sorts of problems there, dropping back off the pace, and I think it's going to be checkered flag this time. So right on the last lap, Adrian Arnold has got the win, and again Howarth looking down at his machine, going to coax it across the line for second, and Adam Stainer will take third in that one. Our presenter Sophie McGinn is also taking part in this year's championship. Here she talks to Aaron Brown about the bike she is riding.
So Aaron, tell me a bit more about this bike that you've lent me for today.
Basically, this is a RFZ SkyMoto 150. This is the S model, so it's got the alley swinging arm, anodized yokes, fully adjustable shocks, kit engine in it. It's all ready to race, prepped for you. It's got soft compound tyres on it, race exhaust. Basically, it's fully loaded, the best you can get, top of the range. To race in the 150 class is what you're doing. And hopefully you can go and win on it. And we're going to do the hire bike service to try and get more people out, so anybody who's interested, just contact us on the website or get on Facebook, and we'll get back to you and we'll help you as best we can.
So we're just going to grab a quick chat with Lee and Casey. Boys, I know it's your first race meeting. Tell me how it's been going.
We couldn't get out yesterday because we didn't have any wet tyres, which is a bit amateur. We got out this morning when in the first practice session, went a bit slow and found 4 seconds in qualifying. The bike felt really good. It felt like I was in a spaceship and I was floating around the track. I'm not sure what to do with my hands right now.
And what about you, Casey?
Yeah, it's not too bad actually. To be fair, at beginning of the morning, we were pretty slow to start with. Grip levels weren't very good. Roughly averaging about 132. Been out for afternoon, not too bad. We knocked a couple of seconds off, about 4 or 5 seconds, so we'll just go from there. But all in all, not too bad for our first one. So
how do you think you're going to get on in the race?
we'll have to see, won't we? but not very good, to be fair.
And what about yourself?
I think we've got to be realistic, really. We're about bottom 5 in qualifying, so top 3 maybe.
Yeah, maybe first position, I don't know.
So our next class we're going to be looking at is the Pit Bike Stock 160, 160cc 4-stroke machines, 12-inch wheels.
The size of that grid, that's huge. This is one of the smaller size grids actually of the day on the pit bikes. I think it was 32 out there.
He's very impressive as well. We're getting some good shots there. Jake Shepherd just on the charge there. Again, it looks like we've got Storm Stacey this time riding on a pit bike machine, on the boosting machine, leading the charge, and that's a very impressive size as they're all coming down towards us there, Alan. And you must be really pleased, because I mean we've been with you 2 years now, but we've seen this sport grow so quickly over the last 2 years.
In our first year, we were averaging 63 entries. This year so far, we're averaging 225 entries. I think that says it all, doesn't it?
Certainly does. So really a great future for the sports. The Premier promoting it, and look at the speed. It's a really impressive sport.
Can you see all that dust down? That's from oil from a guy called Ian Norman, you know, in the vets. And also out in the 160s. Well, he was, but he went out and left oil everywhere, so banned him.
It was nice of him, wasn't it, as well? Giving all that oil away free. As our riders go. I did remember, because when we was filming it, to do the maintenance and sweeping away there. 79 Storm Stacey. Now, Storm also took the win in race 1 from 421 Matthew Bolsover, back on board with Jake Shepherd. Richard Turner took 3rd. Just having a look, see who we've got in front of her.
That's little Tom Stevens, number 93, showing a great lot of style there, isn't he? It was a good shot of him, actually.
So 79, Storm Stacey going through. Turner is in 2nd place. James Concannon, number 21, in 3rd. Johnson in 4th. Matthew Bolsover a bit further back. Then Jonathan Roughton, number 400, also in the mix there. Some aerial shots there. On the far side they go. Just gives you a scale of there. And just at the bottom part of the picture, it looked like that battle between Richie Turner and 21 there. James Concannon really starting to erupt there. As here they come, 79 down towards us. Storm Stacey really tucking in. Great shot back on board with Jake Shepherd there. And it is very close racing with those guys at the front there.
Yeah, look at this down the straight, how close it is. I mean, there's nothing between them, is there? Whoa, that was close, wasn't it? Good old Tom, get in there, boy.
Yeah. Even I was clenching then. So really dramatic stuff there down that straight. Back on board with Storm Stacey over the far side of the circuit. No problem at all for Storm. See the gap there coming through. Richie Turner, then number 21 there. James Concannon in 3rd position. Those two having their own little private scrap. Then there's a bit of a gap then before we've got like Ben Johnson, Matthew Bolsover. And then the number 400 machine, Jonathan Roughton there. Storm Stacey just coming through past the paddock. And sweep down over the far side of the circuit.
Mick Lord going through in his brand new leathers, looking swanky.
I thought, no wonder I didn't recognise him in his new leathers. They give him a raise on his paper round. That's great aerial shots again over the far side, and there he is. He's just going through again. Another shot of him. He's getting his money's worth out of them leathers now. There's 2 shots we've had him on the camera. Best of the film.
Better get a shot now before he chucks it up the road and ruins him, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. 79, Storm Stacey. Then the battle between 2nd and 3rd, Richie Turner. And number 21, James Concannon. Concannon trying everything he can to try and find a way past Richie Turner, but Richie Turner having a lot of momentum into this part of the circuit. Concannon right behind him. Looking to see, I think it's Bolsover we may have behind him. I couldn't quite see the leathers. Just going through. It is Bolsover, yeah.
Yeah, it's Matt Bolsover. Next time we come through, if we get the onboard, look at all that cement dust down. Imagine coming down that straight, Harry Flatters getting into those slip stops. You know there's oil under there.
You certainly would. But there he is. We are getting a good shot of Matthew Bolsover now there in 4th place rider. And a good little scrap going on right behind him as well. Jonathan Roughton there, Ben Johnson, Larkin also in that battle. Back on board with Jake Shepherd. Great shots we're getting here, and I think we are we going to see that somebody else just I saw a front wheel just absolutely epic stuff.
Take that.
And there's our very own Sophie McGinn as well that we just done the feature on, and a good ride out there. Well, she was presenting on our shows, and it still is this year, and loved it that much. She's actually got out there and got in the mix and really starting to find her feet out there. Jake Shepherd though back on board
I think we're going to come up. No, we're around the back corner. If we get a chance, we can see that onboard and coming through the cement dust. I know I'd be a little bit wary, to say the least.
They don't seem phased by it at all, though. They just reached shooting through that section. Back over the far side. Just a couple of riders just going through. We're looking for our race leader. Is this who we got coming down towards us? Can't see it going through there. Just a couple of passing shots. 79 now, Storm Stacey. Race leader got a couple of back markers ahead of him. It's going to be checkered flag this time around as well. Can't see there being any change at the moment. So 79, Storm Stacey salutes the camera as he comes through. So Storm Stacey takes the win there and celebrating in fine style. So 79, Storm Stacey will take the win. In second place, Richie Turner will take second, and third position will go to Matthew Bolser, just getting ahead of Ben Johnson at the end. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now going to look at MiniMoto Junior Production and the Seniors. They're all on 50cc two-stroke machines, 6.5-inch wheels, 12 brake horsepower. Now, 2 races out there, so the adults, the seniors, are going to be the first wave away. They'll just get around the first corner, and then we'll be underway with the junior class. So away they go, just number 8 Rollo leading from Howarth there in second position. Then the junior riders going away. Franco Bourne, one of the riders which will take the victory in the gearbox. So 2 grids out in this one, Alan.
Yeah, we didn't really, on previous races we've run the open class in with the air cool, but obviously some riders like William Howarth there and a few others like to race in 2 classes. So what we've done this time is we've split them up, and the opens have gone away first. There's one wave, and then the junior riders have gone afterwards, and it seems to work. It seems to work well.
It certainly has, and a good battle there. That's the juniors there. That's Franco Bourne being pressurised by Alderson, having a good little battle there at the front of the field. Back with the seniors at the front. That looks like number 8, Lewis Rollo, coming towards us, your race leader. Howarth there in second position. You've also got Adam Hartgrove, Tom Foster and Dale Clement there going through. Right style there for number 8. Rollo just going through. One of the adult riders. Really crouching down, really getting his weight in a good aerial shot there. Third and fourth, having a bit of a dice behind the Howarth there.
Showing that oil as well, we was on about earlier. That glow to the ground, you're not going to see it until you're on it, are you?
It certainly is. Well, I'll give you the results from race 1. In the juniors, it was Alderson taking the win from number 9, Rishan Hickey, in second position. Nathan Drury took third. In a senior class, it was Lewis Rollo from Howarth and Adam Hartgrove. That was your first, second and third. That's Franco Bourne there. Looks like he's dropped a couple of positions down there. You can see Drury right behind him. Alderson now looks like he's at the front of the field in that one. Rishon with him as well, the number 9 machine. We're back at the front of the field with the seniors. That's Howarth coming through.
It's worth mentioning little Nathan, well, not little, but young Nathan Jury there. He got off a flight early this morning and drove all the way up from Gatwick. Actually, I think it was Heathrow to be here to race in this. So he's pretty jet lagged, so he's doing all right.
He certainly is, because a couple of classes he's riding out there as well.
3 classes.
And there he is, that's him dicing there with Franco Bourne there just going through. But at the moment in the front of the juniors, I think we've got Alderson leading, Rishan Hickey in second, Nathan Drury in third that we just saw battling away. Lewis Rollo and Howarth, the number 96 machine there that just went through camera shot there in second place. There's Rollo over the far side of the circuit. And then Hartgrove in third position. That's Alderson just going through. Nathan Drury just going through there, Franco Bourne.
Yeah, that's getting really tight. Apart from Lewis, who's cleared off at the front, but the rest of them are all grouped together. If I was the seniors there, I'd be a bit worried about that swarm of angry little juniors coming up behind me.
I was going to say, yeah, because they're gaining on them as well, and that could be a bit embarrassing for the senior riders. A load of little kids going tearing past them. Just going through there. He's looking quite relaxed there. Then right behind him, Hartgrove, Tom Foster. But you can see those junior riders, they really are starting to close down. Rollo was checked out as they go through, and it was the checkers there. We missed Rollo going through. We followed through. So in the junior class, it was James Alderson taking the win from Rishon Hickey in second, Nathan Drury taking third. And in the adult class, it was Lewis Rollo taking the win from William Howarth in second and Adam Hartgrove in third.
So joining me now is Matthew Bolsover. Matthew, tell me how you got on in qualifying. Obviously, I can see you've just come back in.
Yeah, it's very hot and sweaty, and I'm enjoying it greatly. It's grippy. It's a good selection of tyre choice today, so I'm making the most of it. And I'm looking at competition and getting a bit worried, actually. It's a very, very competitive day.
Good stuff. Now, have you made much changes to the bike since Wilton?
Yes, I've stripped and rebuilt the forks. The rear shock's been set up by a man called Stan Gill, who I'd like to thank very much, Stan. Other than that, it's the same bike as last year. Just running it again.
So joining me now is Jay King and Jamie Blackburn from the KB Racing team. Lads, I know you've just been out for your 140 qualifying. Tell me what's been going on. How'd you get on?
Quite heavy traffic out there today, but we managed to get on 14th on the grid out of the 60, which we're looking for top 10s, so hopefully work those few places up in the race.
And what about you?
Yeah, same as Joe said, I'm 13th, so just nipped you ahead, but yeah, looking to try and get a top 10, so but there's a lot of bikes out there on this grid. It's a big track, so
there's not much competitive going on between you.
There probably will be in the race. There'll be shoulders barging, but we'll see. We're not friends on the track.
So that indicates we're now going to be looking at the final race of our race programme, the Pit Bike 140cc 4-stroke. These are stock machines, 12-inch wheels, and a huge grid here this weekend, Alan.
Yeah, we've got 60 entries in on this race for the 140s. This is the only track in our calendar where it's actually big enough that we can run them as one group, so we do because we can.
What an impressive sight that is. Richie Turner leading them down. Oh, we're on board with Jay Shepherd. They're very close, getting nudged a little bit wide there, and they're still coming through the second turn. And some great aerial shots. We're going to get over the far side of the circuit. So a very impressive field we've got here this weekend. And I always say this probably gives us the best racing, because they're all 140cc. It's stock racing. It is down to the riders. Lots of pushing and shoving in this class.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to choose between them, because I mean some of the MiniMoto classes, they're really, especially the juniors, they're right in there, and there's so much talent. And then you've got all the other pit bike classes that are heavily subscribed to, but obviously the 140, because it's the cheapest class that we run, and also now the most competitive. You've got some class riders out there, XBSB riders, Supermoto riders, you name it, they're out there and they're loving it. It's good, cheap, cost-effective racing.
And as you see that onboard footage, we're getting some great footage there from Jake Shepherd. Brilliant value for the money they're getting at it, and really impressive to watch. 114, Richie Turner towards us, 97, Lavelle behind him, Michael Med in third, Rob Cox in fourth, Ben Lord going through, Jonathan Ralton, Mark Hardy and Alec Wright. That was the leaderboard on the opening lap as they went through. Richie Turner still needing that charge over the far side, 97, Richie Lavelle there, pushing him hard. And you can say Matt Pearce now this time we're having a look at. Stuck in traffic there. And where's Matt going? Taking the cones out. Yeah, he certainly is. And great shots here. Look at Richard Turner really crouching down. Lavelle right behind him. Then Michael Med there in third position. And I can tell you, Michael Med took the win in race one from Lavelle. Ben Lord took third. Richie Turner took fourth. So the order's changed around at the moment as Richie Turner leading the charge from Lavelle. Then Michael Med there. I'm looking for Ben Lord there. I think that was him just going through there with the Dayglow orange helmet. In about fourth or fifth position, is that right there?
Yeah, I think it's in fourth at the moment. You can't miss it with that helmet, can you?
So that's one. If you do want to get noticed on commentary, Dayglow orange helmet. So usually, because we can suddenly spot him there, he's in fourth position, just going through. Lavelle trying everything he can to get past Richard Turner at number 7, then Lord coming through towards us, so he's been working his way up through the leaderboard. Richard Turner past the paddock bend, down over the far side to go now. Lavelle trying really close, crouching down over those handlebars as he went down there. Oh, and Lord as well going through on the inside, so looks like Ben Lord moving up another position there, up into third position. As the rest of the field comes streaming through. How many riders have we got on the grid this weekend?
I think in this race, because we had a few knocked out in race one, we've got 58. That's great footage from Jake Shepherd, isn't it? It just shows you the incline coming up that hill as well into these little S's.
And the speed that they're really carrying through there as well. Lavelle And they're on that very fast section where they've had the oil spill there. Not phasing them at all. Ben looking at... Oh, he's not. So Michael Mead's still there in third. Ben Lord is battling away in fourth. I thought he'd moved up a position, but it must be that little battle he's having with our fourth place rider at the moment, Rob Cox. As our leading trio over the far side.
You've done it again, it's fourth and fifth.
Math's never my strong point, counting. But Richie Turner back on board with Matt Pierce. And you can see, well, this will be that section where we've seen about the oil.
Here we go, look at this, straight through. She said, I'm clenching.
Yeah, I've just swallowed the chair. 114, Richie Turner. Lavelle in second place, still pushing him hard. Mead there in third, breaking away a bit there. There's our next battle there behind him, the Dayglow orange helmet. Ben Lord just coming through in fourth, having that battle, I think, with Rob Cox there, number 29. Railton is going to be a little bit further behind him. Alec Wright, then Connor Bolsover, then Matthew Bolsover.
Yeah, let's go. Look, Matthew's doing really, really well. He's right up there as well. But you've got to hand it to... Oh, look at that. Elbows out, girls.
Certainly are. And they've got a couple of back markers in front of them as well as they're coming towards... Oh, and it's one of the back markers. What? Both going down there. Well, Lavelle has quickly picked his machine up. The back marker not looking a bit worse for wear. And this is on towards the closing lap there as well. So drama there for Lavelle over the far side of the circuit. Here he comes. Richie Turner is going to come through. Is it going to be the checkers this time? Back on board with Jake Shepherd. So drama there. I think on there's another bike down in the the bike's still in the middle of the circuit as they go down there. And our back marker being attended to by the first aid. Certainly good to see him up and about and walking. But we are on the closing stages as our riders are out on the final lap on that one. So that's put Lavelle looking down to... He's put him down into about 9th position.
I don't think I'd want to be that marshal stepping out in front of 60 bikes to try and pick one up.
But as our riders all streaming through, we are on the closing lap there. So Lavelle down into about 9th position. There's Turner. He's got a bit of traffic to deal with. I think he's got a bit of a comfortable break now between all that traffic to deal with in front of him. Looking for Michael Med and Ben Lord and Rob Cox now. So Turner going through. I can't even see where Michael Med is in there. There's a whole host of back markers in amongst that bit there. All the Dayglow orange of Ben Lord going through. So Richie Turner... Oh, there's Michael Med. He's not too far behind Richie Turner. Just a fleeting glimpse of him going through there. But they are coming towards the closing stage of this one. So it's going to be a clear win here for Richie Turner. Crossing the line, Michael Med will take second. Ben Lord will take third. And a little stoppy there from Richie Turner.
Hope you've enjoyed the show. This has been an RPM Action Sports presentation.